Hello students, in this video we're going to learn class 8 social science geography chapter number 6 human resources. People are a nation's greatest resource. Nature's bounty becomes significant only when people find it useful. It is people with their demands and abilities that turn them into resources. Hence, human resources is the ultimate resources. Here comes your first subtopic, distributions of populations. The way in which people are spread across the Earth's surface is known as the pattern of population distributions. Over 90% of the world's population lives in about 30% of the land surface. Distributions of populations is uneven. Some areas are crowded and some areas are sparsely populated. The crowded areas are South and Southeast Asia, Europe, and Northeastern North America. Very few people live in high latitude areas, tropical deserts, high mountains, and areas of equatorial forests. Many more people live north of the equator than south of the equator. Almost three-quarters of the world's people live in two continents, Asia and Africa. 60% of the world's people stay in just 10 countries, and all of them have more than 100 million people. And here comes density of populations. A number of people living in the unit area of the Earth's surface are the density of populations, and normally expressed as per square meter. The average density of populations in the whole world is 51 persons per square kilometer. South Central Asia has the highest density of populations, followed by East and Southeast Asia. And here comes factors affecting distributions of populations. And here are geographical features. The first is topography. People prefer to live on plains rather than mountains and plateaus, as these areas are suitable for farming, manufacturing, and service activities. The Ganga Plains are mostly densely populated areas of the world. Andes, Alps, and Himalayas were sparsely populated. And next is climate. People usually avoid extreme climates that are very hot or very cold. Example, Sahara Desert, polar regions of Russia, Canada, and Antarctica. And soil. Fertile soil provides suitable land for agriculture. Examples, densely populated fertile plains such as Ganga and Brahmaputra in India, Wanghe, Zhejiang in China, and the Nile in Egypt. And water. People prefer to live in areas where fresh water is easily available. River valleys of the world are densely populated while deserts have sparse populations. And minerals. Areas with minerals deposits are more populated. Example, diamond mines of South Africa and the discovery of oil in the Middle East led to settling of people in these areas. And here comes social, cultural, and economic factors. First one is social. Areas of better housing, education, and health facilities are more densely populated. Example, Pune, etc. And cultural. Places with religions or cultural significance attract people. Example, Varanasi, Jerusalem, and Vatican City. And economic. Industrial areas provide employment opportunities, so it attracts large numbers of people. Example, Osaka in Japan and Mumbai in India are two densely populated areas. And population change. The population change refers to change in the number of people during a specific time. The world population is not stable. It has increased manifold due to changes in the number of births and deaths. Until the 1800, that means until the sorry let's resume. Until the 1800s, the world's populations grew steadily but slowly. Large numbers of babies were born, but they died early too. Causes: no proper health facilities, no sufficient food available for all the people, farmers not able to produce enough to meet the food requirements of all the people. This resulted in a low increase in populations. In 1804, the world population hit 1 billion, and later, about 155 years later, in 1959, the population reached 3 billion, is also known as population explosions. Also later in 1999, about 40 years later, the population doubled, reaching 6 billion. The main reason for this growth is better food supplies and medicines. Deaths were reduced while the number of births still remained fairly high. Births are usually measured using the birth rate, that is, the number of live births per thousand people. Deaths are usually measured using the death rate, that is, the number of deaths per thousand people. Migrations are the movement of people in and out of an area. Births and deaths are the natural causes of population change. Difference between the birth rate and the death rate of a country is called the natural growth rate. The population increase in the world is mainly due to a rapid increase in natural growth. Another cause for population size change migration. People may move within a country or between countries. Immigrants are people who leave a country. Immigrants are those who arrive in a country. Countries like the United States of America and Australia have gained in numbers by in-migrations or immigration. Sudan is an example of a country that has experienced a loss in population's number due to out-migration or immigration. The general trend of international migrations is from the less developed nations to the more developed nations in search of better employment opportunities. Within countries, a large number of people may move from the rural to urban areas in search of employment, education, and health facilities. Here comes patterns of population change. Rates of population growth vary across the world. Even if the world's total population is rising rapidly, not all countries are experiencing this growth. Kenya has a high population growth rate as well as high birth rates and death rates. With improving healthcare, death rates have reduced, but birth rates still remain high, leading to high growth rate. In other countries like the United Kingdom, population growth rate is slowing because of both low death and low birth rate. And next is population composition. Economic development has little to do with how crowded a place is. Bangladesh and Japan densely populated, but Japan is more economically developed than Bangladesh. People vary in age, sex, literacy level, health conditions, occupations, and income level. Population composition refers to the structures of the population. The compositions of the population helps to know the number of males or females, age group they belong to, how educated they are, and what type of occupations they are employed in, what their income levels and health conditions are. Peoples can study the population's compositions of a country by looking at the population's pyramid or the Essex pyramid. A population pyramid shows here is the population pyramid. First, look at this pyramid, and after that I will explain. Okay, a population pyramid shows the total population divided into various age group, example 5 to 9 years, 10 to 14 years. The percentage of the total population subdivided into males and females in each of those groups. Now in this pyramid, the vertical represent the age group and the horizontal represent the percentage. Okay, let's continue. The number of children below 15 years are shown at the bottom and reflect the level of birth. The size of the top shows the numbers of each people above 65 years, and reflect the number of deaths. The population pyramid also tells us how many dependent there are in a country. There are two groups of dependent: young dependent aged below 15 years and elderly dependent aged above 65 years. Those of the working age are economically active. Here comes the population pyramid of Kenya. First of all, look at this population pyramid of Kenya. Okay, let's continue. The population pyramid shown above for Kenya has birth and death rates both high, hence it is broad at the base and rapidly narrows toward the top. This is because although many children are born, a large percentage of them die in their infancy, relatively few becomes adults, and there are very few old people. Here comes population pyramid of India. First of all, look at the population pyramid of India. Okay, let's continue. In countries like India, where death rates, especially amongst the very young, are decreasing, the pyramid is broad in the younger age group because more infants survive to adulthood. This can be seen in the pyramid above for India. Such population contain a relatively large number of young people, and which means a strong and expanding labor forces. And this is the population pyramid of Japan. Okay, let's continue. In countries like Japan, low birth rates make the pyramid narrow at the base. Decreased death rate allow numbers of people to reach old age. Skilled, spirited, and hopeful young people endowed with a positive outlook are the futures of any nation. Students, with this, we have completed your chapter number 6. I hope you all understood what we have learned or what we have explained so far. Your remaining chapters will explain in upcoming videos.